Greetings everyone, Jonathan here from Plagiarism today, and happy Tuesday everyone. Hope your week is going well. And today I want to talk about the big kerfuffle going on about CBS and CNET. Really quickly to recap what happened, CBS owns CNET and bought it out for I think $1.8 billion in 2008. And CNET, of course, being a tech site, went to CES and perused and looked at all the things on display and awarded a Best in Show at CES. And the Best in Show at CES was Dish Network's Hopper DVR. That's the DVR that lets you record, I think, 6 channels at once and then sort of remove the commercials as it's recording. Obviously, this is something that displeases the television networks, including CBS, and all the television networks are currently engaged in legal action with Dish Network over this Hopper. Well, the controversy stems from how CBS handled this. Apparently, when CBS learned that CNET had awarded the Best in Show at CES to Hopper, sort of put the kibosh on it and kept it a little bit on the quiet side. Basically wrote them and said, okay, they have to remove it from contention and revote and then blah, 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 blah. And it leaked out that CBS had done this, and the result is that Greg Sandoval, one of the greatest writers at CNET, has resigned. I may not always agree with his opinions, but his reporting, especially in matters of copyright, was always spot on. I appreciated his work there. He will be missed, and I actually checked. I think I've referenced articles by Greg Sandoval, something like, it's over 30 times, I believe. I'll double-check the exact number, but I did a quick scan on Plagiarism Day in the 3-count column. So, yeah, well-respected here and well-loved, and he will be missed. But more importantly, in the bigger picture, is that the scandal is blown up. CBS and CNET both are taking huge reputation hits. CBS has sort of released a statement on the matter saying that this was a one-time thing. They did it because, in their view, that Hopper is an illegal application, or rather an illegal product, and that they are currently engaged in litigation with, so there's a conflict of interest and all that stuff. And the public doesn't seem to be buying it. It seems to, if anything, caused this announcement to I guess more attention has been delivered to Hopper because this is the Streisand effect personified. Certainly a backfire for what CBS was trying to do. But what's interesting about this is not so much that CBS did it. From a legal perspective, I understand why CBS did this. Journalists are a lot like lawyers and judges in that we are supposed to always disclose our potential conflicts of interest, even if we're the only ones that perceive them. We're supposed to be open and honest and talk about these conflicts as they arise, and that's something that we do. We do a lot of. I always do disclosure statements on Plagiarism Today, for example, if I have any potential conflicts of interest. So, obviously, CBS had reason for assuming there was a conflict of interest here, and since there is ongoing litigation, something like this could actually impact the litigation. I mean, think about it. What happens if 6 months or a year from now, Dish Network comes back and goes, well, you see, CBS didn't mind us too much. They gave us, Best in Show at CES through their CNET subsidiary, and of course that could come back and hurt them. It sounds like a stretch, and indeed it feels like one. I don't see how this would have any official weight. They could just always sort of say, well, we have no editorial control and walk away, or that it's not, it's a statement of how user-friendly or how capable the system is, not its legality, which is also true. But, obviously this could be a thorn in the side for the litigation for CBS. So CBS was right. But as I mentioned, journalists have to disclose their conflicts of interest here, and they have to do it in a very public and open way. And that was the problem with what CBS did, for me at least. Wasn't that they did it, wasn't that they exerted editorial influence, was that they tried to do it in a stealthy way, is that they tried to hide that they had done it. And that, to me, was the tremendous mistake in this, was not being honest with both, CNET and with their viewers and readers as to why they were doing it. But beyond that, I have a separate question that I've been thinking about lately, and it's been bugging me a little bit, because CNET was well known as, during LimeWire in that lawsuit, it was heralded as the primary source for downloading LimeWire software, and that many believe that CNET and thus CBS could be held somewhat liable, but there was a case involving both of them with that theory. It was eventually thrown out. If I recall correctly, I haven't looked it up before going on the air, but the point being in this is all that happened before the CBS buyout. So I kind of went back and I checked download.com, which is, of course, a CNET site, which, of course, now is also owned by CBS. And I looked at it a little deeper. And I found that there are a lot of other applications out there that are very popular on the site, which are designed to replace applications like LimeWire, which have rulings against them that they were illegal. So CBS feels comfortable exerting editorial control, in this case with Dish and the Hopper DVR, but not in these cases involving LimeWire and other file sharing software that has many of the same issues as far as, many of the same legal issues, or at least possibly even worse in that in these cases there are rulings against sort of, nearly identical software that those were illegal. So why is it CBS feels comfortable exerting that kind of editorial control here, but is hands off over here? It just seems odd. And if CBS will just simply focus and say, well, the lawsuit with Hopper, that's a conflict of interest, we're steering clear of it, then I would walk away. But they're also trying to hammer home that they feel Hopper is infringing. And if you're going to take editorial control and yank everything that you feel is infringing, well, Download.com has got a lot of applications you probably should be taking a close look at. Just a thought. Anyways, everyone, that's all I've got to say about that right now. Until tomorrow, this is Jonathan Bailey, signing off.